Hello, everyone, and welcome to Magic the Gathering, Magic the Gathering Arena. Um, One of the main reasons why I was looking forward to making this video is I just finished all the little tutorials for it. So there's like a color challenge you have to do. Now, I played the game before, but unfortunately, it was a while back, so all of my cards more or less aren't playable in standard format. We're going to be playing standard today. I'm going to get some of the packs. As you can see, it's sort of glowing and shiny. I got some money I've earned saved up to try to get some extra ones. And we're going to use those packs to build a deck. Then we're going to use that deck to see if we can win some matches. Now, I understand the odds are against us. There's a lot of people and players who already have really solid decks built. And we're going to be making ones out of makeshift stuff and seeing if we can compete at all. And there's a possibility we may not win a single match. Like I said, the odds will be against us. We'll be the underdogs. But the main reason why I'm coming back to Magic the Gathering Arena is because of the most recent addition to the series is using D&D and the Forgotten Realms. Dungeons & Dragons is my bread and butter. I am a professional game master, and I love it to death. And two of my favorite things coming together, it has been awesome. They did Ravnica in D&D. Now they're doing Strixhaven, and now they're bringing it all together. Now even Magic Gathering, the trading cards, are getting Dungeons & Dragons cards. I am excited to see what we get today because I feel like my childhood is just going to explode. Recently, I entered into the Dungeon Masters Challenge or competition for D&D Live. Fortunately, I was not one of the top 10 finalists. Remember, only 10 people got selected. That's very little. If you imagine, they probably went through a lot of entries. They actually didn't say how many, which was the only thing I was kind of curious about, of how many entries they actually got, because their criteria was very specific. Had to be under 1,000 words, had to be about a complex trap based off what was in Xanathar's. But yeah, without a further ado, like every other YouTuber I see says, we're going to get into this episode, and I hope you guys wish me luck, because I'm probably going to need it. Alright, so like I said, the way I earned some of this cash, if you guys want to play, there's also probably some promo codes and whatnot. You'll find them online, Google. I had to go through each one of these challenges here using each color, becoming the full airbender that I am of all the elements. Once I am, I was given some packs. I haven't even opened them yet. Let's see what we got. I got a little paper and pencil ready so I can write down the ones I really like. The ones I think might go well together. And let's see. I'm so curious. A purple worm. Ugh. Alright, so I also don't even know the new mechanics yet. Alright. First thing. Brazen Dwarf. When you roll one or more dice. Ooh, we got dice rolls in it now? We got dice rolls. Ooh, it's not just flipping coins. No coin flips? Oh, thank God. Whenever you roll one or more dice, deals 1 damage to each opponent. Okay, for 2 mana. For a 1/3. It's pretty solid. Air Cult Elemental. For 6 mana. Flying world, when an Air Cult Elemental enters the battlefield, will turn up to one other target creature to its own hand. Garbage. I'm going to be honest with you. 6 mana, even if you're using an air deck that lowers it, for a 2/5, it just doesn't have enough impact. Plus 2 mace for 2. Equip is 3, though. If you were in a D&D campaign, a plus 2 mace is pretty solid. But for the cost, and for a white weenie deck or a white equipment deck, I could see it being usable, but it's very specific and situational. Improvised weaponry. The lady's head looks way too big for her body, but I love the Mind Flayer getting destroyed. First one deals 2 damage to any target creature, and you create a treasure token. That's pretty rad. It's a little expensive, but you get that treasure token, so it makes it worth it. Make it so you can get an extra bit of mana, so you can see that nice, beautiful treasure. Oh, man, my players are probably like, so how much gold's in here? And I'm like, well, based off the standard D&D rules, that's like 10. Yeah, that's all it's got, it's 10. But there's like piles of gold in it. I'd be like, that's what D&D says. I usually run it a little differently and give more gold because I like to see my players do stuff in the world. I even allow them to buy castles and real estate and become lords and ladies and whatnot. The Purple Worm. This is actually a really nasty creature in Dungeons & Dragons. And you do not want to run into it. So, what is Ward? Whenever a permanent with ward becomes a target of a spell and ability opponent controls, counter it unless that player pays the ward cost. Oh, cool. That's just a simple way of saying pay 2 extra mana when casting a spell targeting this creature. This spell costs 2 less to cast if a creature died this turn. Oh, you can bring it out for only 5 mana for an 8/7, and it has an extra counter spell to it? That's pretty good. Alright, let's see a Trellisara, the Moon Dancer. Legendary creature. So legendary creature means it can only have one of them out at a time of the same card. So if I had 4 in my deck and I had 3 in my hand, well, if I have one out already, those other 2 are pretty much pointless. I lost a draft tournament that way one time. Stakes. It was one card that had another legendary, and I just got bad draws, and I was in the finals, and so I lost. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on Trellisara, Moon Dancer, and Scry 1. So that means it'll pump it up, make it stronger, and I'll get to look at the top card of my library. If I don't like it, I can put on the bottom card of my library. Really helpful. 1 plains, 1 forest for 2/2 with a +1 counter and Scry. That's really solid. Very specific to that element. But yeah. Alright, let's see. And our gold card is the Dancing Sword. What is this, a spiritual weapon? I don't think so. I think this is just like an actual equipment. Yeah, it says artifact equipment. Okay. 2 mana, gold. Equipped creature gets 2/+1. When an equipped creature dies, you may have Dancing Sword become a 2/1 construct artifact with flying and ward 1. If you do, it isn't an equipment. Ooh. Now I have a question. If Dancing Sword dies again, it'll go in the graveyard, but it'll be the same. This is a really cool card. You could make an artifact deck around it. That would be pretty rad. And we also got this, which is a wild card, which you can use to create other cards. I've got some stashed up from before that I guess I didn't use a whole bunch. That will help us try to fill out our deck a little bit. Now, that was the free pack it gave me. Let's go ahead and get the other ones that I earned from the tutorial. Okay. So 1. Plain. Click to continue. 2. 3. Said I was stashing up all that money. 4. Alright. First one. Here we go. Let's see. Come on. Underdark Basilisk. 2 mana with a 1/2 Death Touch. Gotta love Death Touch. It's not bad, but for a 1/2, you know, for Death Touch, even a 1/1 Plague Rat with Death Touch might be a little better than this. It's interesting to see it though. Maybe there's something you could make something around that. Soul Knife Spy. Ooh, Soul Knife. Whenever Soul Knife Spy deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Soul Knife was one of the most recent additions added, I believe, in what was it? Where is it? Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. It was in there as well, so it's one of the newer additions to Dungeons & Dragons World. They also revealed some new books, one with the Feywild, another one in regards to dragons. I already pre-ordered the dragon ones because I am a dragon fanatic. Let me show you guys real quick. Favorite card of all time in Magic the Gathering? Dragon Tyrant. I know it's garbage, but when I was a kid, this was the most coolest thing ever. Yeah. Reminds me. Feign of Death. Till end of turn, target creature gains. When this creature dies, return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control with a +1/+1 counter on it. That's interesting. Armory Veteran. As long as Armory Veteran is equipped, it has Menace. Ooh. Ooh, that's nasty. Red-white equipped deck? Okay. Another common wild card. Ooh, a green dragon! I love dragons. Flying. 4/4. Poison Breath. When green dragon enters the battlefield until end of turn, whenever a creature an opponent controls is dealt damage... Until end of turn, whenever a creature an opponent controls is dealt damage, destroy it. Whoa. That's very situational. 6/6 flying, 4/4. And it's only when it enters the battlefield. So its effect is very pinpoint. But if you had something that pinged everything for like 1 damage, even just like everything takes 1 damage. So a green-black deck, maybe? Speaking of black, so we got our swamp card, Dwarf Citizen, Skullport Merchant. When Skullport Merchant enters the battlefield, create a treasure token. Got some more treasure cards. Sacrifice another creature or a treasure, draw a card. Ooh. Ooh. I know it doesn't seem like much, but there is latent potential on this card. Cycles, draw cycle deck or something like that. I could see this. Alright, let's go ahead and see this. Oh. Wish? It's only 3 mana to cast Wish? Wish is one of the strongest cards in Dungeons and Dragons. The card's spells. It's like a 9th level spell and literally can change the game. You may play a card you own from outside the game this turn. You just play it? It doesn't matter what it costs? No, I think you still have to play the cost. You may play that card. Doesn't mean it's plays for free. But still. Oh, you know there's some crazy nut out there who's making a deck around that. Oh, that's nuts. Alright, how cool that we got a dragon. Yay! Alright. Price of Loyalty, gain control of target creature. This is usually in Magic the Gathering quite frequently. Tap the creature, gains haste. If mana from a treasure is spent to cast this, whoa! Gets +2/+0 under the turn. That's a nice little added change to it. This card's been around for a long time. Adding that treasure part definitely changes it up some. Spike Pit Trap! my players hate this card. Would hate this. I mean, most of them, they're asking for it, let's be honest. They're like, I'm going to run across the puzzle floor. Okay, well then you fall into a Spike Pit Trap. Roll deck save and you're going to see what damage you take. Alright, Flash, 1. 5 mana, sacrifice Spike Pit Trap, choose a target creature, then roll a d20. Oh man, I love all these dice rolls in here. 1 through 9, Spike Pit Trap deals 5 damage to target creature. 10 through 20, Spike Pit Trap deals 5 damage to that creature. Create a treasure token. Ah, if only it wasn't cost so much. I mean, yeah, it potentially does 5 damage. So 5 mana for 5 damage is pretty solid. But I mean, think about it. You have a shock, it's 1 mana for 2 damage, but you're going through 1. The fact you can get it on turn 1 and it gives you an ability, and you can bring it out with Flash, it's got a lot of viable uses. A lot of people probably are going to be like, haha, nope. I'm just saying, like, hey, I would love to see a Spike Trap death. It would be hysterical. A Bullet. Oh god, yeah, these guys are strong. I remember watching Critical Role with Matt Mercer and everybody, and they had to fight one of these things. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Bullet. So if it become a 4/4, it's 4 mana. What do we got here? Charmed Sleep. I'm gonna be honest, for a 3/3 for green, even with that ability, it's a bit expensive. But then again, green usually has mana ramp, so it's for long on a mana ramp deck. It's not the worst card, but you're probably not going to see it being played very often. Cool creature, though. Really cool creature. It's kind of strange that it doesn't have more health, because these things are pretty tough skin. You can see it's almost like armored. Anyways, Charmed Sleep. 3 mana, enters battlefield, target taps, enchant a creature doesn't untap. A card like this has been around for ages. It's just been reinvented. I love the artwork of it, of this little cute dragon falling asleep, and this guy's like, gotcha. Sleep is also really strong in Dungeons and Dragons. It's very underrated. Demigorgon's Clutches. Ooh, nasty. Target opponent discards 2 cards, mills 2 cards, and loses 2 life. Alright, that's a lot. It is a silver. I have played discard decks before, and blue-black. Oh, what? We got an Illithid Scholar. Grazilax. I pronounce that? Grazilax? Legendary creature, Horror, 3/2. Whenever a creature you control becomes blocked, you may return it to its owner's hand. You may. Word there, may. So you can choose whether you not want to or not. Whenever one or more creatures you control do combat damage to a player, you draw a card. That's helpful. For 3 mana, for a 3/2 with all that abilities, I can see why it's a legendary creature. Oh man, that art is absolutely gnarly. Ugh. You do not want to be friends with that guy. Alright, we got another one. So far, our cards are kind of all over the place. Oh, I changed my mind. We just got a bunch of greens. Alright, let's go. Inspiring Bard. Inspiring Bard enters the battlefield, choose one. Bardic Inspiration, target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Song of Rest, gain 3 life. It's 4 mana. It is a Bard creature though, and from what I saw, they have classes or something going on. When I was fighting some of the bots, there's someone who played like a cleric spell. So that was interesting. Destroy target creature with flying. Plummet. Plummet's been around for ages. Solid card. This is a side deck card though, because not everyone's gonna be playing crazy flyings. But look at, they even show a poor green dragon get absolutely demolished for 2 mana. Oof. Sorry, green dragon. Swarming goblins. Ooh, we got another d20. Oh man, I'm just so excited for these dice rolls. When swarming goblins enter the battlefield, roll a d20. 1 through 9. Create a red green goblin creature token. Only create 1. 10 through 19, create 2. 20, create 3 of those tokens. For 5 mana, you roll and you have a chance only to make 1 red goblin token? What? Oh, but it's also a 4/3 creature. Oh man, I completely was just like, what? How interesting. Target creature gets +3/+3 until their turn and must be blocked this turn if able. Compelled Duel's been around for a while in Magic the Gathering, so not surprised. Another common card. Aberrant Mind Sorcerer. Psionic spells. Ooh, loving all this new psionic stuff that come out. When Aberrant Mind Sorcerer enters the battlefield, choose target instant or sorcery card in your graveyard. Then roll a d20. 1 through 9, you put that card on top of your library. 10 through 20, you put that card into your hand. Not bad. It is expensive, but getting a card back to your hand spell-wise is always helpful. For the right deck, of course. Lightfoot Rogue. I'm excited for this guy. Sneak attack. Just right there. Sneak attack. That's all I gotta say. Halfling Rogue. 2 mana. 2/1. Roll a d20. Gains Death Touch 1 through 9. Gets +1/+0 and Death Touch on the turn. 20 gets +3/+0 and gains First Strike and Death Touch until end of turn. God, Sneak Attack is so strong, even in Magic the Gathering. Oh, First Strike and Death Touch? That's a nasty combination. But it only has 1 health, and it will never get more than 1 health. So, that's the thing with rogues. You deal a bunch of damage, but you also can't take damage at all. Alright, oh, almost didn't click it. Oh, Dragonborn Paladin. Nadar, the Selfless Paladin. Legendary creature, Dragon Knight. 3 mana, Vigilance. Pretty typical of white Vigilance. Whenever Nadar, Selfless Paladin, enters the battlefield or attacks, venture into the dungeon. We're gonna go into a dungeon? Dungeon of the Mad Mage? Ooh. Other creatures you control get +1/+1 as long as you've completed a dungeon. Oh my god, I gotta complete a dungeon. Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Yawning Portal, you gain 1 life. Dungeon level Scry 1. Okay. Goblin Bazaar, create a creature token. So how do I go through the dungeon? Enters the first room of a dungeon. If already in a dungeon, advance to the next room instead. Okay, so every time I get venture into the dungeon, whenever he attacks, enters the battlefield or attacks, he venture into the dungeon. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. Target creature can attack to next turn. Lost level, Scry 2. Attack again. Runestones. Exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play them. Or Muriel's Graveyard. Create 2 black skeleton creatures. Deep Mind, Scry 3. Mad Wizard's Lair. Draw 3 cards, reveal them, and you may cast 1 of them without paying its mana cost. Oh. So not only does it have Vigilance, it gets that thing. Other creatures you control get +1 as long as you control you completed a dungeon. That's pretty rad. Oh, dungeons are so cool too. Oh, this is so awesome. Alright. Equipment. Great Axe. Oh yeah. Equip 5. Wolf, but it gives a +4. We bring it out in turn 1, so you're ready to go. Neverwinter Dryad. Sacrifice Neverwinter Dryad, search your life for a basic forest card, put it on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Considering you get Elvish Mystic, and you have that other Caryatid or whatever, this one is going to be situational, depending on if you're going for crazy amount of land grab. Yuan-Ti. Ooh, a Yuan-Ti with Fangblade. So Yuan-Tis in D&D worlds usually have magic resistance, and they're a monster class. Oh, he's got a dungeon too. Whenever Yuan-Ti deals combat damage to player, venture into the dungeon. 2/2 with Death Touch. Yes! Yes, Yuan-Ti, we're going into the dungeon. We want to do the dungeon. Okay, Bull Strength. Target creature gets +2 and gains trample until end of turn. Untap it. Oh, I love the untap it part. Oh, that's really solid. Ah, yes. More dungeon cards, please. Iron Golem. Vigilance. Iron Golem attacks or blocks each combat if able. It's 4 for 5/3. Back again with those artifact decks. Grim Wanderer. Goblin Warlock. Don't hear that words together very often. Flash. Tragic backstory. Cast a spell only if a creature died this turn. Dude, but for 2 mana? 5/3 with Flash? For 2 mana, only if a creature died this turn? It doesn't say which creature, your creature or the opponent's creature. For a 5/3? That's ridiculous. Tragic backstory. Can it say, like, in the description below? I wrote 9 pages of my backstory, and I still sit in the corner of this tavern. In the darkness is my only friend. Here we go. Oh, we got an epic. What it? Oh, I was gonna say, look at it, it doesn't show anything. Asarak, the Archlich. When Asarak, Asrirak, so sorry, Asrirak enters the battlefield. If you haven't completed Tomb of Annihilation, return Asrirak, the Archlich, to its owner's hand and venture into the dungeon. It's a 3 mana cost. Oh man, this Tomb of Annihilation is really short. Whenever Asrirak, the Archlich, attacks, for each opponent, you create a 2/2 black zombie creature token unless that player sacrifices a creature. Ah, so it's good because it progresses the dungeon. Each player loses a life. Each player loses 2 life unless they discard a card. Each player loses 2 life unless they sacrifice a creature. Alright, each player loses 1 life. Ouibillet? Ouibillet. That sounds familiar. Discard a card and sacrifice a creature. And artifact and a land. Discard a card and sacrifice a creature. An artifact. Read that again. Discard a card. You discard. You sack. And a land? You sacrifice a card, a creature, an artifact, and a land. 4 sacrifices. And then you bring out next turn. Create the Atropial, a legendary 4/4 black god horror creature token with Death Touch. That's a lot to sacrifice just to skip 1 stage of the dungeon to get that. Black god horror creature token with Death Touch. Now if it had Death Touch and like indestructible or something because it's a god, that'd be crazy. And then you would be able to bring him out the next following turn. I get it. It just seems like a lot of hoops to jump through to make this card work. Right? Okay. Well, those are all the packs I just got. Now, here's the fun part. We're going to make a deck. So, these are all the basic decks that it gave me. It didn't even save my old decks, which that is what it is. I wonder if maybe some of my cards are in here. I'm really not sure. I didn't even look. Alright, so I like this venture into the dungeon. I'm just going to go in the search bar, type in dungeon. I'm also going to go to the filters. I'm going to put standard. I also want not collected. Yeah. And I put dungeon. Okay. Let's see. So we got the Yanti, which does go into this. So those 2 work together. It's a lot. This paladin though is pretty dope. Cloister Gargoyle is an artifact creature. +3. It has flying. Oh, that's pretty rad. Because white, yeah, that's pretty good. Tap another untapped creature you control. Venture into the dungeon. Activate only as a sorcery. Oh, this reminds me of Lord of the Rings when the griffins come in and come into the... So it's a yawning portal, though. So each one is a different dungeon. So this is Mad Mage. That's Tomb of Annihilation. Dungeon Mad Mage. Gloomstalker. Ah, that's a ranger. As long as you've completed a dungeon, Gloomstalker is double strike. What? Dude, the Mad Mage is so far. Whenever a quick creature attacks, venture into the dungeon. Delver's Torch. Torches are underrated, man, in Dungeons and Dragons. My players, I have to, like, they only use it for light, but you can do it for so much. Skeletons are weak to fire. You have hexproof. Each opponent can't venture into the dungeon more than once each turn. Ooh, that's to stop people from venturing. A veteran dungeoneer enters the battlefield, venture into the dungeon. Cool. Goes with him. He's a little expensive, but 3/4. Flying. When planar ally attacks, planar. Attacks venture into the dungeon. That's expensive, but flying 3. We'll keep looking. Let's keep looking. Creature says when they're flying, and one of his creatures combat damage venture into the dungeon. For a 1 mana cost, that's kind of solid. Secret door. Oh, that's cool. That's expensive. Then again, you usually have to roll pretty high to discover a secret. Hey, another Yuan-Ti. They're really liking these Yuan-Tis. Yuan-Ti can't be blocked as long as it's attacking alone. Whenever Yuan-Ti deals combat damage, venture into the dungeon. Really cool. So, the first thing we gotta figure out is because even if we go through the dungeon, getting to the Mad Wizard's lair is supposed to be our win condition, right? Look, there's so many steps. It's pretty tough. Counter target creature or planeswalker spell, venture in the dungeon. Bar the gate. This is pretty good. I love counter spells, and they're very useful all around. So this will help us counter spells and this is pretty interesting. This synchronizes really well with the other card, which said to sacrifice all the whole lot. Maybe if we could do like a black-white sack? A lot of blue. Can you have 2 dungeons going at the same time? I imagine so. It says dungeon 1 of 3. So let me click this. Oh, I don't want that. No, get that out of here. Oh no, I made the cart. If you complete a dungeon up to 1 target creature becomes a bird. Oh, polymorph. Well, that's pretty nice. Transfer the target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Venture into the dungeon. Whoa! Displacer piece. Oh, that looks wicked. Displacer piece enters. Yeah, Brian Solo, you did a great job on that. That looks so cool. Oh, what is it? It must have blur on it. Or maybe mirror image. When Displacer piece enters the battlefield, venture into the dungeon. They really like Dungeons and Dragons. They really love Tower of the Mad Mage in the Sword Coast. They've been on it, the hype for it for a while now. I'm glad to see them making a shift a little bit, but I know that they're in love with the mage stuff in it. Precipitous Drop. Chant creature, when a chant enters the battlefield, venture into the dungeon, trigger gets -2. It gets -5 as long as you completed a dungeon. There's a lot of cards that are starting to stand out. You guys know I like dragons though too, so. Oh, we got a planeswalker here. I do not have enough for an epic. Mythic rare. Venture into the dungeon. Huh. The top 6 cards. Here, what do you need? Trample. When Zalto, the fire giant duke, is dealt damage, venture into the dungeon. Dealt damage? Dude's only got 3 life. And venture into the dungeon? Kick in the door, of course. To a creature, that creature gains haste until end of turn. It can't be blocked by walls this turn. And venture into the dungeon. That's pretty rad. Zombie Ogre. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, venture into the dungeon. Clattering Skeleton dies, venture into the dungeon. Alright. You find a cursed idol, smash it. Lift the curse, destroy target enchantment. Steal its eyes, create a treasure token, and venture into the dungeon. Oh, look at they show the Dragon Knight there. Find a cursed idol. Find the path. Enchant land. There's the battlefield. Venture into the dungeon. Enchant land has as 2, so it's like adding another land. Reach in Ward 1. 3 mana. Ooh, we got our human elf ranger. Pucker spell. Venture to the dungeon. This ability triggers only once. Cast a creature. Wow, that's really good. Whenever you complete a dungeon, create a 2/2 wolf creature token. Yeah, that's pretty rad. Target creature, keen attack to next turn, create a treasure token, lost level, scry. 3 mana, that's rad. 3/3. Wandering Troubadour, a Dragon Bard. Beginning of your end step, if you had a land enter the battlefield under your control this turn, venture into the dungeon. Huh. Dungeon Descent, enters battlefield tapped. For tap and untap legendary creature you control, venture the dungeon, activate only as a sorcery. Now, 50 feet of rope. Yes! Rope is so important. Climb over. Target wall can't block this turn. Tie up. Target creature doesn't untap during its controller's next tap phase. That's good. Repel down. Venture into the dungeon. Activate only as a sorcery. That's actually pretty good. It's got multiple uses. The target wall thing is alright. But tapping a opponent's creature but then using it to dupe, but it's expensive as 4. Let's see those ones. Room abilities of dungeons you own trigger an additional time. So room abilities of dungeons you own trigger an additional time. Does that mean you get the other ones before? Triumphant Adventurer, Human Knight, Death Touch. As long as it's your turn, Triumphant Adventurer has first strike. Whenever Triumphant Adventurer attacks, venture into the dungeon. It's crazy for 2 mana with Death Touch with first strike. Oh, it's just saying that's a nasty combo. Barrowin of Clan Under. Dwarf Cleric. Oh yeah, there you go, Barrowin. Barrowin of Clan Under does venture into the dungeon. Barrowin of Clan Under attacks, return up to 1 creature card with mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield if you completed a dungeon. That's really strong. So black-white dungeons is definitely looking like a thing. Dungeon map. Venture dungeon, activate only as a sorcery, costs 3 though, but you can add a mana. So this is kind of like a Chromatic Lantern, but Artifact Edition. Now let's do something else before we get too far. Dragons. So we got a green dragon, Cave of the Frost Dragon, Order Dragon's Disciple. If you may reveal a dragon card from your hand, if you do, or if you control a dragon to position the battlefield +1. Dragons you control have ward 1. It's pretty good for a 2 mana cost. We got this Dragon Knight. So that's pretty rad because it also counts as a dragon. Say this guy's pretty rad. This is what we got from the quest too. Whoa, Grandmaster of Flowers. As long as Grandmaster has 7 or more loyalty counters, he's a 7/7 God Dragon with flying and indestructible. He also gives creatures first strike, double strike, or vigilance. Right, creatures without first strike, double strike, or vigilance can't attack or block until your next turn. So you're for a card named Monk of the Open Hand. Monks are pretty rad. Open Hand's pretty rad. Reveal it, put it into your hand, and search your library. Where is Monk of the Open Hand then? Huh. I had to fight somebody earlier with this guy. Flying Vigilance is pretty rad. Protection from demons, protection from dragons. Oh, this is from M21. Protection from dragons. Wait. That could be someone's side deck. White Dragon. Flying Cold Breath. When White Dragon enters build, tap target creature doesn't untap during its phase. Mordekaine's. I can never pronounce Mordekaine's Polymorph. To end a turn, target creature becomes a dragon with base power and toughness 4/4 and gains flying and loses all other creature types until end of the turn. Dragon Turtle. Oh, that's so cool. Flash, drag below. When Dragon Turtle enters the battlefield, tap it and up to 1 target creature an opponent controls. They don't untap during their untap. They don't untap during their controller's next untap steps. Steps is in plural. 3 mana. It's very interesting. For 3 mana, it's pretty much dragging a creature down. But they don't untap, so then what's the point of having him out? I guess because it's not an actual enchantment. It's actually a creature. That's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, keep them in mind. Whenever you roll 1 or more dice, create a 1/1 blue fairy dragon creature token with flying. Feywild Trickster. It's like some old school 70s art on that one, Iris. Irmith the Desert Doom. Like how it's blue and it's Desert Doom. Flying. Irmith Doom has 4/4. Oof. As long as it's untapped. Oh, I don't have an epic mythic. If it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Then if you have fewer than 3 cards in your hand, draw cards equal to the difference. This is tough. Oh, the Shimmery Dragon's been around for a while. That could be really good with that artifact deck. I could see that. I thought I had some. It's like it didn't link to my other account at all. Blue Dragon, Lightning Breath. Oh, it's Chain Lightning. Oh, that's cool. Power Word Kill, destroy target non-angel, non-demon, non-devil, non-dragon creature. That's pretty nasty. It's very situational. So this is definitely someone's side deck, but it could be really good. Especially if it gets like an equip deck. Ebon Death Dracolith. Flash flying Ebon Death Dragon on this battlefield. Tapped. You may cast me the deck from your graveyard if a creature not named Ebon Death Dracolith died this turn. It's 4 mana. I want it so bad. That is so cool. I love playing dragons, especially the swamp dragons. Black Dragon, Acid Breath. When Black Dragon enters the battlefield, target creature and opponent controls gets -3/-3 in a turn. Okay, I can see that. It's a bit expensive. I mean, look at this. Ebon Death is a 5/2. I mean, but it's 4. This is 6, 7. It just seems overkill. Minion of the Mighty. A Kobold! Oh my god, I can see Kobold decks. Pack attacks. When a Minion of the Mighty attacks, the attacker creature's total power 6 or greater this turn. You may put a Dragon creature from card from your hand into the battlefield tapped and attacking. Oh, that's nasty. And it has menace. That's pretty rad. Oh, I need these two just because it's crazy. Dragon King Berserker. Oh, yay. I used to have this. Both abilities you activate cost 1 less to activate for each dragon you control. Creative Dragon. I remember Dragon Shaman back when they made Scourge. Dragon's Fire. As an additional cost to cast a spell, you may choose to reveal a dragon card from your hand. Dragon Fire deals 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker if you reveal a dragon card, or chose a dragon card. Dragon as you cast the spell. Or choose dragon. Okay, Dragon Fire deals damage equal to the power of that dragon instead. Oh, that's so cool. Ugh. Magda Brazen Outlaw. Dwarf Berserker. Other dwarves you get +1/+0 whenever a dwarf you control becomes tapped. Create a treasure token. Sacrifice 5 treasure, search the library for an artifact or dragon card. Put that card onto the battlefield, then shuffle. Oof. Ooh, Orb of Dragonkind on 2 mana. Spend this mana only to cast dragon spells or activates abilities of dragons. Okay, second for starting with dragon. Look at top 7 cards. You may reveal a dragon card from among them. Put it into your hand, put the rest at the bottom. It's not bad for 2 mana. Scorching Dragonfire. It's pretty same thing it's been for a while. Dragon's Approach deals 3 damage to each opponent. You may exile Dragon's Approach and 4 cards named Dragon's Approach from your graveyard. If you do, search your library for a dragon card, put it into the battlefield, then shuffle. Your deck can have any number of cards named Dragon's Approach. Whoa, that's interesting. Oh my god, I know someone's making a deck around this. I gotta see that eventually. Gadrak the Crown Scourge. Flying, Gadrak the Crown Scourge can't attack unless you control 4 or more artifacts. Beginning of your end step, create a treasure token for each. Beginning of your end step, create a treasure token for each non-token creature that died this turn. That's a good card for 3 mana. And the fact it makes the treasure tokens too for 3, for 5/4, that's pretty substantial. It's additional cost to cast a spell, exile instant card. Turn vision deals X damage to each non-dragon creature, where X is the exile dragon's card mana value. If a creature dealt damage this way would have died this turn, exile instead. Jaded Sellsword. Oh, dude, this guy's on so much art. That's what it looks like. When Jaded Sellsword enters the battlefield, if mana from a treasure was spent to cast it, it gains first strike and haste until end of turn. 4 mana, but it gains first strike and haste. It's pretty nasty. Oh, that looks so cool. Leyline Tyrant. Flying, you don't lose unspent rare mana as steps and phases end. Oh no. When Leyline Tyrant dies, you may pay any amount of red. When you do, it deals that much damage to any target. Oh, this thing is a red deck wins ender, potentially. Well, it doesn't end that red deck. I mean, like, it's a finisher. Opportunities are... Okay, it does show that I have 2 of these. Flying, when opportunity enters the battlefield, choose target human or artifact and opponent controls. For as long as opportunity target remains on the battlefield, gain control of that permanent, it loses all abilities, and it can't attack or block. But gathering someone else's artifact? That's pretty nuts. It's a 4/4. That goes really well with this one. 3 rares. Oh, so we have one of these. It's flying. Spells your opponent's cast that targets Terror of the Peaks costs an additional 3 life to cast. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, Terror of the Peak deals damage equal to that creature's power to any target. That's pretty cool. It's not a fight. Oh, he's adorable. Goldspan Dragon. Flying haste. Whenever goes to attacks or becomes the target of a spell, create a treasure token. Treasures you control have sacrificed this artifact. Add 2 mana of any type. Oh, it's mythic rare. I can't get that. Terror of Mount Velis. Oh, this is a different set. This is, yeah, it looks like a Theros. Flying double strike. When Terror of Mount Velis enters battlefield, creatures control gain double strike until end of turn. This is the one I had to go against earlier. Flying haste. This spell can't be countered. That's really good. For star gets +1 to end of turn. When its power becomes 20 this way, it deals 20 damage to any target. I really like this. It's an epic mythic rare, and you have to pump it up. This isn't a straight red deck, dragon deck. Red dragon, fire breath, and deals 4 damage to each opponent. Nice. Hellkite Punisher gets +1/+0 until end of turn. I think Hellkite's been around for a while, but I like the art for this one. Really nicely done. And that one. This one's cool too. Very similar to Dragon Tyrant, but Dragon Tyrant is just humongous. We got all our green spells, we got all our treasures. Shadrix? Silver Quill. In combat each turn, you may choose to. Each mode must target a different player. Target creature creates a 2/1 black-white inkling creature. Choose 2. Everybody draws a card and loses 1 life. Target player puts 1 each counter they control. You just find a way to get the inkling. It's flying with double strike? Yeek. That's nasty. Oh, old Gnawbone. Creature you control deals combat damage to a player. Create that many treasure tokens? Wow, that's a lot of treasure tokens. Then again, green's always known for big creatures. You've been around for a while, so I need to look at you. A little Sprite Dragon. Flying haste. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a +1 on Sprite Dragon. Galzareth Prismari. Pretty rad. Elder Dragon. Galzareth enters battlefield, create a treasure token. Adult Gold Dragon. Valmachus Lorehold. Flying Vigil's Haste. Oh, there's so many. I remember him. Whoa. Immerstrom Predator. Oh, there's just so many. Ooh, Green Black's also one of my favorites too. At the beginning of each upgrade, create a 1 black-green pest creature token with creature dies, you gain 1 life. Okay, I'm gonna change this. I only want anything from the newest set. Or else I'm gonna be here. I'm already taking so much time just looking at this stuff. That should limit my search down substantially. This Minion of Might, though, is pretty rad. I could see a red-green dragon deck with that easily peasy. And then you get Boy here. Adult Gold Dragon. Flying Lifelink Haste for 5. It has haste. That's pretty rad. Tiamat. When Tiamat enters the battlefield, if you cast it, search your life for up to 5 dragon cards not named Tiamat that each have different names. Reveal them, put them in your hand, then shuffle. See, the hardest part with this is all the different mana. Temple of the Dragon Queen. Temple of the Dragon Queen enters the battlefield. May reveal a dragon card from your hand. Temple of the Dragon enters the dragon battlefield tapped unless you reveal the dragon card this way, or you control the dragon. As Temple of the Dragon Queen enters the battlefield, choose a color. You get to choose what color it is. That's pretty rad. That's how you get to the Tiamat. Okay. Okay. Really like Ebon Death. Crazy good. Yeah. I'm feeling red and black. No, I can see red, green, big dragons. And it's gonna probably be the easiest one we're gonna be able to make. I'm then gonna change my filter to no longer include dragon. Worm is pretty rad. Den of the Bugbear. Okay. Barbarian class. Pretty rad. You ignore the lowest roll. That's pretty helpful. Dice roll. This just goes really well with the dwarves. Dueling Rapier. Oh, she looks so happy. Boots of Speed, Haste. Oh, and it's equip 1. I've used these a lot before. Because not only is it just easy, you get a +1. You can bring it out in turn 1. It's blocked, it deals 1 damage to creature. This is pretty good. Whenever you roll 1 or more dice, Target creature you control gets +2/+0 and gains menace. Creatures you control have haste. Whoa, that's kind of nasty. That's pretty nasty. I'm gonna write that one down. Barbarian class. Barbarian class. That's pretty nasty. I like how this one automatically attaches itself to a creature. That's pretty good too. This other one is nice, but it doesn't automatically attach. Yeah, 2/0 flash. It means you could do it on your opponent's turn. We did get this elf cleric. Worm's good. Kicking the door is good for the dungeon. Dragon's Fire. That's pretty rad. Everyone knows that one. It'd be really cool to pull off. Goblin Morningstar. Look how happy that little happy goblin is. Rolling dice though. If you roll a 10 to 20, so you play Barbarian class, you play Morningstar next, you get to roll again, get the better of the two. Hopefully you do get the one. You can attach the Morningstar to, which gives it a 2/1 goblin with trample. I mean, don't really need the trample, but I wish it gave it haste. Not bad. I saw someone else using this. Hobgoblin Kaplan. Battlecry Goblin. This minion of the mighty though. Oh, that's not what I want to do. You come to the Knoll camp. Orb of Dragonkind. Burning Hands. Deals too much to target creature player. If that permanent is green, Burning Hands instead deals 6. Oh, that's a perfect side deck card. That just annihilates green. Flame Skull. What? Flying creature. If can't block, dies. Exile. If you do, exile the top card of your library. Till the end of your next turn, you may play one of those cards. Oh, this allows you to keep reusing Flame Skull. That's really helpful. This is like the new Phoenix. This is gonna see a lot of gameplay in red, or even red blue. I can see this in red black. That's interesting. Plundering Barbarian. When put right field, choose one. Smash the chest, destroy target. Pry it open, create a treasure token. Oh, Rust Monster. Okay. A Tiefling Bard. Yeah. Give him. Create an additional treasure token. That's pretty rad. Oh, there's just so much. Magic Missile. Spell can't be countered. Magic Missile deals 3 damage divided as you choose. See a pair of goblins. Befriend them, charge them. Chaos Challenger. Wild Magic Search. Whenever Chaos attacks, roll a d20. Zerial. Oh. Whoa. Red Devil. Get an additional combat phase? Yikes. Delina the Wild Mage. Whenever Delina the Wild Mage attacks, choose target creature you control, then roll a d20. Oh man, these d20s are so absurd. Create a tapped and attacking token that's a copy of that creature. Exile this creature at the end of combat. Oh, she's gonna be like an elf shaman. She's making like almost, is it elemental? It's not legendary and has exile. Okay. Create a 15/20. Create one of those tokens. You may roll again. You may roll again? What? Okay. You can only have one of these at a time. Alright. How many do I have to make a rare? No wonder she's the cover of the deck. Of the box. That's nuts. You can roll again? Can you make a copy of a copy? Create a tapped and attacking token that's a copy of that creature. Choose target creature you control. It has to be a creature you control. Okay. She is a legendary, so... And she's 4 mana. It's gold, too. Target creature you control. It's already going to get haste. Because it's going to be tapped and attacking, so you don't need to worry about haste. This could make more treasure tokens. Oh, that's so nutty. That is so nutty. Except exile this creature at the end of combat. At the end of combat, it gets exiled. So when it enters the battlefield, so something that has entered the battlefield, so even this plummeting dwarf could be really good. To just get treasured, but or destroy an artifact, so that could be helpful. This guy is not as good as I was hoping for. No, this one? No. Oh, these two, that's nuts. See, the good part is, so far, these don't need to be all red. Okay, but she's a strong win condition. 4 mana. Whenever she attacks, choose target creature you control, then roll a d20. Okay. She just needs to attack, so she just needs to get on the field. I like the dragon that can't be countered, of course, because that would be late game. Okay, so yeah, let's type that in. D20. Warning Ogre. Make a copy, it would be attacking. Create treasure, create 2, create 3 treasure tokens. Brr. So much treasure. Whenever she attacks, roll a d20. You gain 1 life, you gain 2 life, you gain 5 life? That's a lot of life. I don't need that much life, dude. Each opponent sacrifices each opponent sacrifices 2 permanents. Faraday's Fireball deals 5 damage to target creature or player. Roll a d20 to each player. Deals 2 damage to each opponent. No. No. This one? No. I just want to see D20. Lightfoot Rogue. 3/0 gains first. That would be nasty. As a turn 2 drop, that would be nasty. This guy stays out. You bring Delina in, and you start making copies of these Lightfoot Rogues with Death Touch and First Strike. Oh God, no, thank you. Yeah, let me filter this out. We're gonna do it to 1, 2, 3, and let's see what we got here. This is just everything that has this ability, the D20. Other option is this. Search the room. Roll a D. You gotta pay to do that? No. What is this? Choose target creature to put controls. Then roll. Nope. No. Going. Doing Lightfoot Rogue. Okay. Yeah, that's really good. Fortunately, this doesn't count. Tiefling Shaman. This would help to get Delina to get through to actually, because she has to attack to trigger this. So that's one thing. She needs to attack to trigger this ability. Right, so yeah, she needs to attack, and she also needs to survive. This is still good, because no matter what, it's going to have Death Touch. It's a 2-1 with Death Touch. So you want to see that. It's a 2-1 with Death Touch. Otherwise, it gets everything else. Right? So now, I think we're going to look into red, black. I always end up with red and black. I don't want to do that because it's a creature. Choose a creature you control. So I can't use these other ones, really. Oh, this is painful. What else has a dice? I'm gonna type in dice. Maybe it'll help. Great advantage. If you would roll 1 or more dice, instead roll that many dice plus 1. Ignore the lowest roll. So this would help to roll more. So blue, red. So instead of the Lightfoot, could go with the Pixie guy. Because instead, if I don't get the Barbarian class, I get this. Grant an advantage. Oh, getting advantage would be so nice. Whenever you roll one or more dice, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. And then this guy, of course. Roll 1 or more dice, create a 1/1 blue fairy dragon creature to go with flying. Yeah, these two go really well together. I don't know. And blue's very strong too. Blue's very strong. Okay, I'm gonna put the Lightfoot Rogue and write it down because I do really like it. But this, I can't ignore where this is going. You don't want that. You're gonna want that. Okay, I'm just gonna put 20. Okay, that'll help. Don't like I have to pay for that. Ooh. Ooh. Target against Double Strike. When you roll a nat 20, return this from your graveyard to your hand. Oof. Tasha's hideous laughter. Each one exiles cards from the top of the library to that player has exile cards with total mana value 20 or more. What? What? This would destroy red decks. This would destroy red decks because mana land cards don't count. What is this? No. What? This would be really bad against green. Because green, I could get that like 2-3 cards. But what? Why is this a thing? Why is this a thing? This is good too. This goes into this deck. Alright, how many cards do I have? Format, standard. I have way too many cards. I mean, I don't. Oh, they already did the lands. That's why 24 of these are lands. Two-one Morningstar with Trample. Eh. This is just... Oh man, so there's someone out there who's gonna be playing Mill. That's nuts. I don't have a lot of spells in this. This could be beneficial to have some. So Delina is our go-to. What's our kill here? It might be the dwarf. That's so good. Huh. We should have some basic spells in here. If we're gonna be running red blue, we should put counter spell in here for sure. Wizard class. Oh no, backsman is card level 2, draw 2 cards. When you draw a card, put a +1 counter to a creature you control. This is really good too. Blue's always so good. Guild Thief. Can't be blocked. That's nasty. Can't be blocked, and then I make copies of it? Yikes. Foiler scheme, counter target spell. Draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards. Okay. This is the one. Counter target spell, venture into the dungeon. But I don't need to venture. Just need a counter. This spell can't be countered. Okay, now we're gonna branch out a little bit. Do all the standard. Annul. Counter target artifact or enchantment spell. Ascended Spirit. Ooh. I don't need that. It needs to be just common. Common, not common. It's gotta be one of those because I don't have enough cards to do much. Counter target spell with mana cost 3 or less for 3. Okay, interesting. Guild Thief. Counter target creature spell. Essence Scatter. That's pretty good. Counter target non-creature spell unless your controller plays 1 plus an additional 1 for each creature in your party. My party. Or enchantment spell. Counter target spell with mana value 4 or greater. Disdainful Stroke. This is a side deck card. Counter target creature spell can be really good. Counter target instant restore spell unless it plays 3. Miscast. It's just the spells don't synergize as much. This one could be helpful. 3. Counter target spell with mana value 3 or less. Negate. It's always very good. So throw a couple negates in there. Counter unless this controller pays 1. Counter target spell that targets a permanent you control. Draw 1. Draw a card? That's really good. That's to counter a permanent that control. Counter targets your non-creature spell. It's gotta target a permanent. Oh, but I control, so I can't stop them from buffing their own creatures with that. I see. Still really good. Loft of Denial, counter spell, control, creature with flying, counter spell unless this controller pays 4. Whoa, that's gnarly. Oh wait, so we have animated this artifact one, isn't it? Your creature becomes a 0/0 artifact creature, put 4 counters on it. That is interesting. There's cancel. That's what I'm looking for. Cancel. Negate. Then what we would want on the other side of this is the red versions. We want shock. Where are you, shock? If you feel attached to a creature you control, +2/+0. One of these is actually pretty helpful. 4 to equip otherwise. Yikes. Still, that's not bad. Deals 2 to target creature or planeswalker. If you control 3 or more snow permanents, deals 3 instead. Whoa, that turns into a lightning bolt? What? Interesting. There's shock. Okay. Glad to see they gave me a couple of those. Deals return creature play. If it's non-red permanent, that's side deck. Okay. Spike Field deals 1 damage to target any target. If a permanent dealt damage this way would die, turn exile instead. Just a battlefield tapped. Ooh, it becomes a land? Land. Red. Huh. So am I casting a spell? I don't know how that works. That's it. Torment the Sound. Creature gets +1/+1. Whenever a creature becomes blocked, it deals 1 damage to defending player. Okay. Shogun with this creature can't block. Okay, so we got shocks, we've got negates. Actually, I could probably put in. Oh, I don't have another shock. I have to make one. Shock's always good though. Attack and spirit. Draw your second card each turn. I would like some draw. If I'm running blue, whenever you roll 1 or more dice, I think we should run him at least a little bit. Got one of them. Tier 3, 4. Power of Persuasion. Lower that down to a 2. This could be a creature heavy deck, I think. And then we'll get him. Whenever you roll one or more dice, because if we make copies of him, we keep having to roll it to keep adding damage. So him with her could be a win condition. Her with her could be a win condition. I think so. We got 24 lands. I mean, our mana curve isn't that high. It's not that high. Throw. So I can only have one of these out at a time, I imagine, right? Gain the next level as a sorcery to add its ability. I mean, unless it stacks. It doesn't say I can't have more. It doesn't say it's a legendary. It just says achievement class. I'll throw another spark. There's a shock in there. Actually, no. I'm gonna throw another negate in. So a null? Is that any good? Artifact or enchantment? Where is it? Not here. What was that? Scry one, draw one. Oh, okay. So many good ones. Scry one, draw a card. Could do that too. Kind of thin the deck out some. I think shock has more value. Whereas if I was to choose between those two, Essence Scatter is pretty cool. We are going to throw in. Where's negate? Negate, where are you? Just gotta type it in. Negate. Solid card. Alright. That's good. How about craft all? You don't have enough wild cards to finish. And I'm not even surprised. Okay, well first, let's go to Delina. Look at her. Or, yeah, Barbarian. So, Delina. I'm sorry, what? Oh, it's because she's not in there. Yeah. We're gonna make her craft. Her. One. Boom. That's one. There's two. Three. Alright, we got our Delinas. Next up, two that really need to be. She's really good. She's really good too. So we're gonna do this. Craft. Let's get two. I want her as well. I like advantage. She's cheap for a 1/3. Very solid card. And this will stack. I need the Brazen Dwarf. It's a common, so you can make a bunch of them. This guy. One more dice. She's really good too. I don't want her. Okay. Pixie guy, we'll get one more. These are our bread and butter cards. Barbarian class is really good. I'm not sure if they stack or not. I do want some negates. I don't know how I don't have any. At least two. Probably more because they're very good. Trying to get a little bit of everything so I can fill in the rest or maybe something else. Got some critical hits in here. Because they'll come back if I roll a nat 20, which will most likely happen. Then I want to make one more of these. That's good. Okay, well, sorry, I'm gonna right click. Okay. Make it. I want to get rid of it. Okay. Okay, we do want some cancels. Scion of Stygia. So we can tap some creatures. We do want a couple. I think just two. It's only a 2/1, dang. but it's when it enters the battlefield, so it can make a difference to help win. Don't need a lot for that one. Probably gonna need some more draw power. Could have some cancels in here. They're always very helpful. Okay, and we have power persuasion. Control the next turn. This is helpful too, because it works with the roll mechanic. It's not crazy good. I only have 2 left. So, before I move on, I'm just going to type draw. And I'm just going to go blue, red, and that. And then this too. Control wizard, draw a card. We do choose an elf shaman, warlock, dwarf, scry, draw a card, opt. It's not bad. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, attach this to some just battlefield. Nope. Oop. Don't have a lot left to craft, do I? 2 commons, 2 uncommons. That's exactly what I need to finish the deck. So I can get the power persuasion if I want to. But I'd like something that could help me draw. Whenever you draw your second card, draw a card, then discard a card. Probably gonna mess this last part up. Could have keep safe. Another option to protect my creatures. Because I know people are gonna be targeting Delina. Or anything like that. So that's gonna be important. So might do that. Choose a card. Trying to see if there's something else that can help me draw more. Just a little more draw power would be very helpful. If you upkeep, you may exile Cosme. If you do gains. Whenever a land enters a battlefield under control of Cosme's exiled, you may put a voyage counter. God, there's just so much to all, because there's so many sets that are still in cycle. There's just so many things to have to try to account for. My brain is getting overloaded. Draw a card, then discard a card, but for 3 mana. I just better draw a card. As long as enchanted permanent is a creature, it has flying. As long as enchanted permanent is equipment, as a creature has flying. Oh, you can put this rune to draw a card. As long as enchanted permanent is a creature, it's just a battlefield. Draw a card. Enchant permanent. Okay, so it can be on a creature. So you can give a creature flying, and it does draw. That's not too terrible. Getting ability to fly would be nice. It isn't uncommon though. Midnight Clock. Hand a creature in your library and then draw 7 cards. Exile Midnight Clock. That could be my oh no card. Here, whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. Maybe have him in there to fill in the gap. I'm not gonna craft. It's only 3. I really don't have anything to straight up just get rid of cards. It's canceling, and since I'm gonna be spending quite a bit to try to get things out quickly, getting my cancels, but the cancels will help for later on, and also for power spells. Whenever you cast your first spell during each opponent's turn, draw a card. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. Just battlefield, draw a card. We make copies of this. Wait, isn't there a better version? There's a 2-1 version of this. It's just not a fairy. Right? Gonna draw a card. 3-2. Draw 3 cards and discard 2. You're not a legendary. Enchantment creature, horsefish. Turn into pumpkin. Scry 3. That could be helpful. It's a sorcery. Draw 4 cards, cycle 1. Cycling could be helpful too. That's not bad. It's expensive as all get out. Draw cards equal to the number of cards in your hand plus 1. You have no maximum hand set for the rest of the game. Activated triggered ability, return target on target player draws a card. You gotta do all that. Create a token that's a copy of target creature you control. copy. Because can you make a copy of a legendary? I mean, I guess I don't see why not. I'm not gonna be drawing. So what is this? Discuss if your opponent has 7 or more cards in their graveyard, draw 4 cards. That's always good. Remember this one. That'll be helpful. We'll do that to the story. So that's 2. We have 2 commons. Discard 2 cards, draw 3. Short target land. Its controller may search every line for basic land, put on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Oh. Conspiracy theorist. Tax. I can't use him, he's too much. That's good. Let's do these. That's helpful, and we'll do one into the story. Okay. Okay. It's something. Yeah, I think we have something here. And I could be completely off my rocker right now. I need 2 more cards, so I'll do another one. Okay, and I did Fire Prophecy. Put a card from your hand onto the bottom. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not crafting anymore. To the story. Into the story, where are you? Into the story, where is it? There it is. That. Where are you? Okay. That's interesting. 1/4 double start. Cast target instant sorcery card. Exile it though. Does critical hit get exiled? No. Okay. Anything else I could think of? Scrying would be nice. If you tap, you may put our instant or sorcery card from graveyard. Okay. 3 or more islands. Oh wow, that's gold. Okay, so we'll start 2 of those. Let's control island. I got 3 cards left. So I put 10. That gives us 22. And our highest could be a little higher, I guess. One of those. And then oh man, this is in this game with that mill card. Oh, there's gonna be a huge mill deck in here. Whenever press enter the battlefield, your opponent mills 2 cards and you scry 2. That's pretty decent for 1 mana. Oh god, you could use this to make a mill deck. Oh, that's nasty. Target creature, tap target creature doesn't tap target, exile 3 cards from your graveyard. Oh, the play from grave. Target creature enchantment opponent controls to its owner's hand. It's turn dismissal. Oh, so this is like unsummon. Turret or enchantment. Why don't just play unsummon? Speaking of, where is it? Huh. This could be interesting. Okay, this is taking forever. Whenever you draw your 2nd card each turn, attach mana to the ties to target creature you control. Scion. We got 2 left, right? 2 commons. Oh, I have these guys. Oh man, maybe I should throw them. Oh, I have these 2. I should throw them in. Oh, so it does. Remember, have some. It does have some of my old cards. Oh yes. Okay. +2 first strike, trample, draw a card, discard a card, draw 4 cards. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good now. Roll them dice. That's gonna be the name of this deck. Oh, I can drag the card art to the top there. There you go. Eh. Let's see how it goes. Thank you for hanging in there. I hope you guys just fast forward if you didn't want to watch all of that. Let's see. First match against a person in a while. Probably gonna mess this up. We're gonna do best of 3. Wait a minute, that's a computer. Hold up. I can see it. I'm not here to
But
play
it
the
wasn't
computer.
easy.
Man, oh man. Alright, play. Nope, we're just gonna find a match casual, which probably means we're gonna be getting some pretty big tryhards. Standard. Ooh, we can do standard rank. I don't have any rank, so sure. Roll them dice. I have no rank, so I said we'll do best of 3. See how we do. That probably won't be enough for an actual win, but we're trying here. Luckily, I did have some cards. Those scions, those twin scions, are really good at using. Uh-oh. Japanese, Chinese. We got 2 lands. It's enough to get our advantage here. Critical hit too. This is It's too expensive of a hand. But we're gonna try it. What do we have to lose? Well, I guess the game, I guess. I should be trying to play serious. But 2 mana, most of our stuff's pretty cheap. You know, 1 here, 1 there. We just need 1 more to get other cards, so should get it in the draw. Say hello? Hello! That is Japanese. Most powerful card in the game. Actually, I'm gonna throw him off, make him think I'm playing red deck points or something. We're playing the same deck he's playing. Because it doesn't matter which one goes first. Alright, he's got 2 out. Should be something. I got that, and I got this. Okay, so we got our Pixie Guide out, so we have advantage. He's got this guy out, which when he gets 6 or more strength on the field, it gets first strike when it attacks. It's 1-3, dude. You gonna tell me? Don't tell me you have Plummet. You're just sitting in there with Plummet. Don't you dare have Plummet. I didn't get my Barbarian off the beginning. That's the only thing that could have gone better for first turn. Okay, you got 3 out, dude. What are you doing? Well, you want to trade? You want to trade? You're gonna attack. You want to trade? See, I don't trust you because you're having green. Kicker. This really good turn spell is kick that deals 5. So you destroyed my dude. Kicker, that's a lot of kicker. Okay, getting that extra damage in, but I've got my spells now. I got my Science, draw a card, then discard a card for +1. Tigers +0, +1. Can we get her out first? Totally that old school cackling. Alright, it's only 2. You got shock. Yeah, it'll be pretty disappointing to me right now. Cassidy Valley. Ooh, you can turn into a mammoth. Ooh. Man, I gotta learn some of these cards. These flip cards are weird to me. Look at, he's like, checking my cards out. Saw how it highlighted it? He's like looking at like, what does that do? You may play an additional land, draw a card. I'm really trying to get that extra land. 4-2. Do we trade? It's a solid trade. But I'm gonna say no. I'll take 4. Might be stupid for me to do that. But I really want her to stay around. First strike and trample. Draw a card, then discard a card. critical hit. Target creature gains double strike until end of turn. That would be very helpful. Getting her out too would be very helpful. Anticipate the attack. We need to start rolling. We need to get this out as soon as possible. I can attack with this. I mean, I don't see why not. I'm not going to be using the other part of it. Go for it. Attack. I didn't block, so what's the point? Enjoy your first strike. I'm in a pretty tough spot. I've taken quite a bit of damage already. And I don't have a negate or anything to back her up. Now, when I attack with her, I'll get my, and if I use this, I'll get my first strike and trample, making it a 5-4 with first strike. So even if he blocks, it's still gonna proc her ability. We're gonna roll. So as long as I can get stick her out. Oh God, what is that crap? Owlbear. Yeah, I love owlbear, but for God's sakes, why? No, I'm not gonna block. Straight to face. Let's go. Okay. Ooh, couldn't have asked for a better time to get this shot. Hey, dude. Don't hate me, but, boom. You knew that. You should have known that was coming. He's gonna hate me even more now. Let's go. We're gonna get that +1.
And many training sessions.
There is no virtue without bravery.
Now we're gonna roll. Create a tapped creature. Attacking does a copy of that creature, except it's not a legendary. Okay, so we can either take a copy of his owlbear, or we can take a copy of this whenever you roll one more dice. We're gonna go for the wide game here. Yeah, we're gonna go for the. I think we're gonna go for the wide game. Not just battlefield. Oh, I get a draw. I can't do hers. I can't make a copy of me, right? Create a tap attacking token that's a. Except it's not legendary and has exile this into combat. It's not legendary. I can copy myself. Oh, but it doesn't proc again. I should have done her. I thought it would proc again because it comes into play attacks, but it's when it attacks, so it doesn't proc. Okay, lesson learned. What is that nasty thing? Froghemoth. Whenever Frog deals counters to a player, exile up to that many target cards from their graveyard. Put a +1/+1 counter on Froghemoth for each creature card exiled this way. You gain 1 life for each non-creature. Okay, well I'm not gonna let you touch me, so that's combat damage. It has trample. That's why. Okay, it has haste too. Okay, so you have haste. No bueno. They want to get rid of her, which makes sense. They want to make sure that she's gone. Blocking doesn't seem to make any sense. No blocks, let it go. Get rid of my planeswalker. Let's tap the...
Retreat is a valid strategy?
Who said that? Who said retreat was a valid strategy? Next, we're going to do just 3 certain more cards. We're going to do this. That's how we win! Woo! Snatch from the jaws of defeat. Totally made a misplay there by trying to copy Melinda. I'm surprised they even allow you to do that, but she doesn't get her proc of her ability. But dice roller, 1 win. Oh, we got a new cards. I'm not even gonna look at it right now, dude. I just finally made the deck. We're gonna keep going. Match 2. Do that laugh though. Oh, we're against them. No, we're not. We're against somebody else. Sorry, I saw the. Ooh, we got a lot of critical hits here. We got Melinda, we got Delina, and we got our crits, and we got our Blaze Dwarf. Make copies of this guy. We're good. We got 2. We're a little low on the mana scale here. Let's try though. This is a fancy map. How fancy this map is. Make it think you're playing red deck wins. Snow covered. Clear that out. Get our dwarf out. We really need to hit land on our next turn. We're going to be rolling critical hits here. Okay, you're scrying. Oh, we did not get our land. It's not what I wanted to do. But there's no point to have this into her hand. It's better in our graveyard. I actually see this in a draw and discard deck. You might want to have some discards in here just for that. Finally got our 3rd mountain. Very good. Couldn't have been a better turn. Destroy target creature with no counters on it. We're going to go up to 3 counters for target creature. Okay. That's pretty good in this meta. So now people are going to be winning. Got our island. We got the wild fish. Let's go. You're not defending me. For some reason or another. Okay, my abilities are there. Alright, so we got 2 options here. I could crit hit to roll to get these back. I could hold on to see that. Or I could go for dice roll. Counter, you have to cancel counter target spell. Let's go to target attack. Attack. Damage. So that copy did not spawn another one. He didn't target my creature yet. I'm gonna hold on. We are playing a black deck here. So I'm waiting for the murder. I'm waiting for him to do something. He's not gonna do anything. He's not doing anything. Why aren't you doing anything? Come on, dude. I know you only got 2 mana. Are you telling me you're flooded? Oh, you're flooded. Oh, I couldn't ask for a better option than that. I'm gonna roll crit. Oh, and they forfeited. Alright, so there's definitely still some things in this deck that need to be ironed out. But I can see where it's going, more or less. Definitely see where it's going. Second one. Let's go. We're going quick. I don't count those forfeits. They're too fast. And that guy got flooded with mana. He got flooded with cards. He didn't have mana. He only had 2 mana draw. I was waiting for the murder. I even gave him a turn. Because I was expecting murder. I needed to protect Melinda. Oh, this good mana. Not bad. We're good on turn 4. Real science. Yeah. We got turn 3. Looking good. We're gonna start off thinking maybe playing red deck wins. Kira 97. No, these are probably easier matches. I'm not ranked very high yet in the game. I need at least 3 for that. So I'm gonna throw this one out. I'm gonna throw our Dwarf Shaman out. I'm looking for a summer. Okay. Alright, brought us up a rank. Bronze tier 3. The highest I think I've ever gotten was like gold 3 or the one right above gold before. this is the card I was saying that'd be good with the dragon, the black dragon, Ebon Death. Definitely Ebon Death. Nice. My game just went live. I made a new adventure template for Pokemon and D&D together. So it's gonna be interesting. It's only a one-shot that I was hired for, but I'm very excited for it. I think it's gonna be awesome. Been putting a good amount of work into it, so hoping to see it pay off. This is a pretty decent hand. Got Negate. We got some low starts, but we got Delina. She's our win con. Opponent gets to choose whether he mulligans or not. This is important because that tells me if I should mulligan or not, if I needed to, if I really should hold on to my hand or not. But we have a good hand. We're gonna keep this Negate. Oof. Never fall asleep on Negate. This is gonna be interesting. We haven't got to use the Scion yet. And I like this one to copy because whenever it comes out to the battlefield planes, we're gonna throw out this Barbarian class we just drew. Oh, we finally got it. Oh yeah. So if you roll one or more dice, instead of roll that many, +1, and we ignore the lowest roll. That's gonna work so well with Arena. What is this? Search your library for a basic planes card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Create a 0/4 color. We got another Negate. I don't think I need that many Negates. Oh, I picked the wrong... Oh, wait, no, they're both Castle Vantress. I'm going to say I don't really think we need this in this deck. It's so low that we probably don't need it. I needed my Dwarf out now. That was a misplay. Okay, well, this will help us get there. I'm going to, whenever another creature clears battlefield, gain life equal to that creature's toughness as long as you have at least 7 more life. Creatures you control get... Whoa, that's pretty strong. I'm going to bring out Synesthesia. And we're going to roll to tap this. We need a good roll. Oh man, those are some terrible rolls. But that does at least tap it, but that doesn't, it didn't untap. Oh, that was terrible rolls. We're getting bad luck here. Really bad luck. This Castle Vantress, maybe I should only have one in the deck. Ooh, Angel Vitality's activated because we have 25 life now. This is not looking good. Never an Angel or Cleric. That works so well, these two together. Oh yeah, I think we're gonna be SOL here. Okay. Enters battlefield unless you control an item. Okay, well, I got another one. Okay. If I do this, I have enough for Negate, but I need to bring her out now, or else this is game over. I can't attack with you, you're gonna die. But I do have to attack with her to get the ability. So that's obnoxious. Because he's got creatures out faster than I did. Because I messed up that one land draw. Oh, misplay. Castle Vantress, goodbye. I needed that so much more. He pacified it, smart. I didn't have enough to negate. Yeah, this is GG's, my friend. I don't see my way recovering. Oh, okay. 3 damage, does nothing to any of his stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna say good game, and then I'm gonna forfeit. Concede. Nothing I can do there. Save our time. We knew he was gonna attack and just finish me off. That land drop messed me up. Messed me up bad. If I lost though, instead of having people forfeit, let's go to our deck real quick. Change Castle Vantress out. Roll them dice. Yeah, so this critical hit works really well with draw and discard decks because if you roll a 20, you could get it, but a nat 20 is pretty hard to get. But with our stuff, it should be a little better. Castle Vantress, I'm sorry, you're going away. Mystic Sanctuary. Man. I just want regular land. Sorry. Alright, can I just have this land? What is this one? Oh, you got that fancy swirly land? Where is it? Where's this fancy swirly land? There you go. I like it when it's all nice and neat. So that's 12, 12. Probably got more in there than we need. I'm gonna throw in another shock, I think. Do I have another one? Probably not. You do have this guy. Evolving Wilds, but no. You can have one. No, John. It just messed you up. What are you doing to yourself? No. That's a good one too. 1, 2. Scry 1, draw 1. Oh, here's Unsummon. I know it doesn't seem like much, but maybe it could help us. Actually, let me do something real quick. Could be helpful to help pump up Delina to give her something to use. Maybe instead of that, we put that artifact on. Oh, I do have another shock. Got a bunch of shock. Gets +1 and first strike and scry. That's not bad. +3, +2. +3, +2. Infuriate, infuriate. Oh, I have this dude. That's for knights only, though. Gain control of the arcade with a mana of 3 or less, and a turn tap that creature gains haste. That does actually work really well in this deck. Let's do that one. Claim the Firstborn. Get him. Because what it does is it gives me attacking power and also removes a block card. What you saw there is that the opponent had way more of both. Got up faster than me. He was able to get those creatures pumped up. And I don't have much removal once it's on the field, other than shock. I could bounce it, so that's why Unsummon was a good option too. This isn't bad. We got Delina, we got a Royal Silence, we got 2 mana though, and we don't have any blue, so this is our mains here. We'll keep it hoping we draw into an island. Abrasion Dwarf Shaman. Yeah, we got our blue. Sweet. Alright, which one do we want to bring out? Dwarf's a 1/3. And I only have 1 pixie guy, so I have 2 dwarfs. Let's bring the dwarf out. That way, in case he wants to bounce it or something, or destroy it, I have a backup. It's not all lost. Okay. Then we're going to throw out our... so just draw a card and discard will work really good with that critical hit that I just got. We'll pull out our Royal Scions.
Courage is the greatest virtue.
Aye, with the knowledge to direct
that. I'm going to attack it all.
Behind every attack.
It's a pretty gnarly turn 3. I love these guys. They're my favorite planeswalkers. I'll be sad when they're gone. I used to have hair like that platinum blonde or white silver, whatever you want to call it. Kind of miss it. It's been a while. It's been a while. Alright. Get into the fun parts. We can bring out both of these and then bring out Delina. I'm thinking just bring Delina out. He's playing all water. He's waiting for me to play something. He's got enough now for counterspell. So the dwarf out. See if he takes the bait. No bait. Could activate this.
Bravery galvanizes any plan.
So I need something else that helps me roll more, because I have cards that trigger the roll when things are rolled, but I don't have things that are activating the roll enough. Delina's my roll. If they get rid of Delina, then I'm kind of SOL. Probably off camera afterwards, I'm really looking into what I can do. Teferi's back. Enter the battlefield, draw a card, then discard a card. Alright, dude. That was 3 mana. You asked me in the middle. Oh, you got rid of one of them. Oh, you got rid of one of my Delinas. Ooh, you're a monster. You're a monster. You don't have much mana right now. Counting on it. I'm waiting for this. Turn for me and do so. Deals damage to any target, including the cards in the hand. I'm going to do this. I'm going to give it to you.
There is no virtue without bravery.
I'm just tagging you, man. Whenever you draw a card, target put mills to. Yes! You got my critical hit in there. So then I roll my card. If I get a 20, I get advantage thanks to her. I love this. Delina, you are my hero. By the way, you guys don't know this, but whenever I play as a player character, I usually play as an elf. I know. Kind of sad, huh? Kind of sad. Ooh, opponent exiles. Oh, that's nasty. I just exiled how many cards? Oh, that was a mess ton of cards. Actually, it wasn't as much as I was expecting. Okay, no, it was quite a lot. Never mind. You got me. It was a lot. You don't have anything that really concerns me much.
You will not block our noble path.
Let's see. 15. Yes. Roll again. 18. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yes. Keep going. Oh my god. Oh my god. I haven't banned you so much. It just came off. It just came off. Oh my god. Dude, I wanted to know how much it was gonna go for. You nut. And then each time it rolled, it was gonna deal damage. There was no way he was getting out of that. Oh, we got a booster. Oh please, we need something else. Get the hired Hexblade. Enters the battlefield. Treasure was spent to cast draw. I don't care. We've seen that one. Spoils of 1. Target creature control gets +1 and on turn for each mana from a treasure that was spent to cast this. Gets +4 and that creature deals damage with its power. Okay. Feign Death. Until end of turn, target creature gains when this creature dies. Return it to the battlefield later. Tapped. Okay, we saw that. An elf. A monk. Vigilance. Stunning Strike. Stunning Strike's good. That's pretty expensive to get it. Dungeon Crawler. Yes. Ooh. God, that looks so just classic Dungeons and Dragons. Out in the tundra, the barbarian warrioress with her saber-toothed Bengal tiger. Yeah. Trample, Pact Dice. Whenever 6 or greater, you may sacrifice another creature. When you do, target deals damage equal to the sacrificed creature's power to target creature. That's pretty good. It's expensive, but good. Oswald the Fiddlebender. A Gnome Artificer for 2. Sacrifice an artifact. Search your library for an artifact card with mana value equal to 1 plus the sacred artifacts. Sacrifice artifact's mana value. Put it into the battlefield, then shuffle. Activate only as a sorcery. We don't have enough yet. We're gonna keep going. I don't know what that means, Red Orb. Dude, he just gave up. He just gave up. It just kept. I had double advantage. double advantage. What? Taran. Ooh. This is a low cast hand, but everything's red. Should try to draw to our island. You got shock ready in case he throws something I don't like out. First turn shock rat. First turn shock. Oh, fake land. Yes. mountain. Got a negate in here too. Red white. We're playing red white quip, red white weenies. What is it? White soldiers, knights. We're against Boris himself. As long as it's equipped, it has haste. If our dice, it deals damage equal to its power to any target. Okay. I can see that. If I care. Be honest here. Don't care. We're gonna shock it. And I think I'm gonna get, yeah, we're gonna shock it. I'm gonna bring up the other one. Yeah, I'm totally fine with that. Deal damage. Yep, cool. Resolve, that's fine. Bring my other dwarf. One more board presence. We're just hitting for one. And we'll get ready to do our critical hit, which will double up the damage rolls for these guys. But if we get another card, that might be really helpful. If we get an island, that would be nice. We don't have our win condition, which is a shame because we needed one. If we had one more Melinda in the deck, that'd be pretty rad. Just because we would make us draw our win condition more often. But she's definitely our win condition. As long as we can get her on board, she doesn't get murdered before I can counterspell it. Kite Cell Cleric. One was kicked. Tap up to 2 creatures. It definitely wasn't kicked. So that's what you just drew. What is that? Sword of Realms. Equipped creatures plus 2/+0 has visions. Whenever a equipped creature dies, returns its sword. It's not equipped. Wow, that's interesting that it returns back. Plus 2/+0. That's pretty nasty with the flying. I need an island like yesterday, dude. I don't get to roll when this happens, though, so Double Strike doesn't really do me much good. I need more things that allow me to roll. All that mana is going to waste. I might as well use it. I need Melinda. I need another Melinda. I need more that allows me to roll. This might be the last game, but wow, that one last game was so good. More cards. That roll dice. Might have to add another color? Ooh. Yeah, maybe that assassin. I was talking about that Lightfoot assassin's really good. Now it's a 3-1, which is fine. I'm just gonna let him hit me. Yep, okay, you got it, dude. You wanna bring it? Oh, we got another dwarf. Wasn't what I wanted. Oh, it has vigilance. You wanna trade, dude? I can trade, I don't care. I caught all 4 of them. Taking 4, 2, okay, cool. God, I can't believe I got roll 3. I got 3 of them. Maybe I haven't got a single island. Maul of the Sky Claves. That's a cool one, but are you just pumping up one guy? Okay. Okay, I mean, you already have the line. That's fine. Putting a lot of effort into that one dude. Oh, here we go. A little better. At least I can play something different. You got 1 mana. What are you doing? I can't attack anymore. Because it's not going to do anything. I can't do anything. Deal like 2 damage. He blocks 1 of them. Just first strike, so he didn't even kill it. Didn't even do anything. It would take 2. I'm better off keeping him alive because the rolls would. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to stop him. Maybe unsummon is the right choice. Because if all I had to do was unsummon him, send him back to his hand, and we'd have to do all that again. At least buy me a turn, and get him off the board. Unsummon may be the choice here. Jesus. You're just pumping up one guy so much. It's really... Jesus. Okay, you gotta get 2 more. Can you get 2 more? Can you squeeze 2 more out of this? All you gotta do is get 2 more damage and you're done. There you go. Okay, that's game. If I would have kept it, I would have been able to counter. Good game. Yeah, unsummon would have won that. Or even just that one card where I take control of his creature. To be honest, that other person's deck was kind of garbage. I'm like, unless you had gods, whatever it is. Yeah, what can I do here? I need things that roll. Already got you. Yeah, instead of roll, I'm about to put dice. That's all? About 20. Everybody, okay? This one rolls dice. God. Or maybe throw this guy in. More of him. Do I have enough to make another comment? Yeah, I do. Okay. We put him in more. He does actually roll. He's a good choice too. That's not bad as well. That's a great mix. God, I gotta make another one of hers. So bad. Let's make more of him. There are others, it looks like. Oh, we have this. Turn turret to this library. Yes. Turret puts a gain control of it until the end of next turn. That's just so expensive to draw that. Dijin Wincier. Scry 1. Scry 3? Scry 3? That's not bad. And that's when it enters the battlefield. Coming with me. And then I'm gonna grab. It's a 4 cost though. Just gonna do you. Because we just need the proc of it rolling, right? Because that's what we need the most of. Okay, no more of that. Have you. Have you. So now I'm 2 over. That's not bad. What's a dead card? I mean, we have a lot of these, let's be honest. We have a lot. Like you can see, our 2-drop is massive. It's good. This one kind of dead in hand. We'll put those to 2. Oh, I guess I could put one more. What about you? We could do Swarming Goblins. That would be really funny. Choose start instant sorcery card. Three, 4, 4, 3. Go wide. Swing wide. Alright. What are the adjustments? We'll do one last game. Let's see. We got rid of any fancy lands that come out tapped. I mean, they're all good. A lot of them really good. Trying to keep it simple. Just trying to get on the field, get board presence, and that'll be a huge advantage. Got our 2 colors, which is nice. We got our Barbarian class, nice, and we got Shock. We got an extra one. I don't know how that'll work, but we'll hold on. See what we get from this. Pizza pasta. Hello. Don't know why I said that with an Italian accent. Oh, he's got the dragon card. He's got the dragon card. Figure that out first. Then I can, if I have to, I'll shock next turn. I don't think I can have 2 using the same 2 at the same time. Ooh. Doesn't have enough yet. I don't have enough to do both. So I'm going to shock this because I know how good that is. Might have been an overkill or an oversight. Of course he did. He just happened to have another. He didn't put any mana out. I didn't get another mana either. So you can't put more than one out. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's so cool. Look at that effect. What? Can use the ability to increase it. To get to 3, my creatures gain haste. I don't have anything related to attack, so I might as well. Negates only works against non-creature spells. Ugh. That's not that far away. Finally another mana. Okay. We're gonna have to bring him out. Tap target creature, it doesn't untap. Oh, I got a critical 20. Oh yeah. That was nice. Okay. Now he sees what I'm working with. I know he's flying. That's why I wanted to get rid of him. Darn it, he can do the ability. I tapped it so he couldn't do it. Now he sees why I picked him. By tapping this one, I stopped him from using that ability. Okay, we're in some pretty nasty waters here right now. Whenever you roll one or more dice to a creature you control, it gets +2 against menace. We are in some tight quarters here. Throw this out, pump him up to get a 4 my first strike and try to kill that. Try to put some pressure on him. If we bring this out, he'll probably just destroy it using the gob. No, it won't kill it. But he's got me in 14. He'll just kill it. He'll just kill it. I need to. This is tough. I don't know if that was the right call or not. You got 1, dude. 1 mana. What are you gonna do for 1 mana? Now you got your dragon coming. That's gonna be tough. Yeah, no. I just need to get my rolls out. If I get really lucky with my rolls. Okay. Is it attacking when it comes out? Tapped and attacking. Yikes. This is gonna be tough. I can't block these two. I can block this one, I can block that one, I can block that one. 3, 6, 10, 13. Just need to block 1. Just need to block it. Give me a turn. Oof. Ooh. Let's go. Was that the right call? Can't have played that. Enter combat. Attack. Attack. $13 isn't enough. It doesn't allow me to roll again. Darn it. He's gonna attack me, and I'm gonna die. If that would have rolled better, could have been a little bit better. It's cool that you can upgrade that barbarian class. Yeah, that dragon kobold though is good. In fact, he had another one. Kind of bonkers. kind of bonkers. I'm thinking of swapping out. I know this is gonna sound crazy, but negate I haven't got a chance really to use it yet. Instead of actually, where's the counter spell? We'll keep the 2 negates in. See, I did have negates. I wasted time building it. And I want unsummon. I know it sounds weird, but I think it could be good. I think I'm getting a little muddied up here with these 2, but I need something to help roll some dice that aren't just all Delina. Other threats. Could do another. Claim the Firstborn is actually pretty good for this setup. Alright, I think that might be helpful. Something a little faster to help regain board control. Oh, I thought I said it was the last one. My bad. We'll do the last one. That one window was so good. It just kept spawning. He just gave up because it just wasn't going to stop. Bacteria. Oh yeah, we got to win this one. Oh no, we didn't get a single blue. We actually got a pretty decent hand. Oh, do we keep this? Yeah, sure. What's wrong with me? Oh, what's wrong with me? Don't you dare. You got rid of my island. I will never forgive you. I will never forgive you. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't have drawn into it that turn, but the next one I would have brought it. So I was going to put those 8 more cards. Dude gets +1. Okay, I got my island. Oh, sweet Jesus, I got the island. Okay. I'm going to put it out so we can't get rid of it unless he has something that does that. I got something that makes house. This is going to be mill. Stop rolling my deck. It's happening. I've got my mana though, so I'm pretty happy. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked about that. You know, there's no point on summon his creature. Do you want Stygia or do you want more creatures? It makes no sense to. Now I'm going to do this one. You're just going to take it. It's worth it. I know it's going to be a race against you trying to mill me and me killing you. What are you bringing out? If it's something big, he's just going to try to mill me again. Okay, this is not good though. Actually, this is actually a pretty good matchup, I think, for us. Because as long as we get good board presence, he's going to have a hard time. Yeah, indeed. Oh, okay, that is going away. That is going to go away. I do not appreciate that. You don't have anything to do anything with. You've used all your mana. This is going to allow me to roll, which I'm going to do damage. Then I'm going to unsummon this. It got pumped up, so now it's set. Draw a card. Activate only if an opponent has a. Don't appreciate that. God, these things. Ooh, it's got Death Touch. Yeah, get rid of that. Do not like that. Hold on to this unsummon, see what he brings out. He's milling me pretty good. I got 33 cards now, I got 16 in my graveyard. Okay, has 7 or more cards draw for currency. Okay. He's got enough to cancel something. I think he knows what I'm trying to do, but I have to go for it, or else I'm kind of SOL here. Hold that. Let's go. Alright, I made it to field. That's all I needed. Oh, come on, dude. You gotta hit resolve for all of this if you keep this up. I know you're counting. You're like, can I mill him out before he gets me out? Yeah, my turn. He's probably wondering what in the world am I playing. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent mills 3. I'm gonna do that now? I've got quite a lot of cards still. I've got 28 left. Okay. It's not a rogue, but you brought a land out, I see. You're trying so hard to get me out of here. You attacking me? If you deal combat damage, that player mills a card. I'm just gonna do 1 to him. Does anything make it so whenever a mill it does more? Never mills? No, it's not like it's gonna kill me. Yeah, that's fine. An island. Okay, resolve. What are you doing with it? You got a lot of things. You've only got 1 card in hand, though. Yeah. Resolve. Oh, I picked the wrong one. Oh, I still won. I swung wide. So even with that, I still won. You either swing wide, or you could just keep causing dice to roll to ping him out with the dwarf. Pretty rad. But, thank you so much if you stuck around the whole session. I was so used to saying that. Ink Duelist. Cool. I'm going to end today's episode or video here. Tell me what you think. I know it was very long seeing me craft the decks, but now you guys kind of have an idea of what my thought process goes into this. If you didn't want to see through it, feel free to fast forward. It's just a click away. But yeah, the deck went pretty well. I'm pretty happy with it, considering we won majority of our matches. We only lost, I think, like 2 or 3 of them. I'm gonna go ahead and tweak it a little bit outside of video time and see what I can tweak it to and see if I can perfect it. Because it seems like it's on the crisp of greatness, but it's just missing something. And tell me what you think it could use better or what you like about it. I would love to hear your thoughts, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye and take care.